One of the saddest things a person can do is to learn how to hide their pain so well that nobody notices they are struggling anymore. Not because they healed, not because everything is okay, but because somewhere along the line, they learned that vulnerability felt unsafe. So they adapted. They smiled through exhaustion, laughed through sadness, stayed strong through pain, performed through heartbreak, and slowly, hiding became survival. Welcome back to Unmask with Ladon. Today, I want to talk about the version of ourselves that learned how to hide emotionally, because I think many people are functioning externally while silently falling apart internally. I have realized that not everyone who looks strong actually feels strong. Some people simply became skilled at surviving quietly, skilled at suppressing emotion, skilled at carrying pain privately, skilled at making sure nobody becomes uncomfortable around them. And when you do that long enough, something dangerous starts happening. You lose connection with yourself because you become so focused on managing how you appear externally that you stop processing what's happening internally. I think many of us learned emotional hiding very early. We learned that expressing emotion made us seem weak. We learned that vulnerability led to rejection. We learned that nobody was really coming to rescue us. So we became independent too early. We became the strong one, the mature one, the dependable one, the one who keeps going no matter what. And while strength is beautiful, unprocessed pain, hidden beneath strength, becomes heavy over time. One thing I am slowly understanding is this: just because you survived something does not mean it didn't affect you. And that realization changed a lot for me, because survival mode can make you normalize emotional exhaustion. You become so used to carrying pressure that you stop realizing how heavy it feels. You become so used to suppressing your emotion that vulnerability starts feeling uncomfortable. You become so used to functioning that you forget healing requires feeling too. And functioning is not the same as healing. I think many high-functioning people are secretly emotionally tired, not visibly broken, not obviously struggling, just deeply tired internally. Tired of carrying expectations, tired of overthinking, tired of being strong constantly, tired of pretending they are okay, tired of performing normalcy while internally battling anxiety, uncertainty, disappointment, or loneliness. And because they still show up externally, nobody realizes how much they are carrying internally. There's also a loneliness that comes from feeling unseen emotionally. When people only know the composed version of you, the productive version of you, the helpful version of you, the strong version of you, but rarely the honest version, rarely the overwhelmed version, rarely the vulnerable version. And eventually you begin wondering, if people saw the real depth of what I am carrying, would they still understand me? That question right there keeps many people emotionally hidden. I know what it feels like to keep moving while emotionally exhausted, to continue building while internally confused, to continue encouraging people while personally struggling, to continue appearing hopeful while privately wrestling with disappointment. And honestly, sometimes being the strong one becomes its own emotional prison, because sometimes people get so used to your resilience that they stop imagining that you might need support too. So you suffer quietly. You process privately. You cry privately. You heal privately. And after a while, silence starts becoming your emotional language. But silence can only heal so much, because healing requires honesty, not performance, not pretending, not constantly saying I am fine, when deep down you know you are emotionally overwhelmed. I think many people are afraid to be honest because honesty feels exposing. Once you admit, I am struggling, I am tired, I am hurt, I am disappointed, I am overwhelmed, then you can no longer hide behind the image of having everything together. And image can become addictive, especially in a world that rewards appearing strong. Here is one thing I am learning. Emotional honesty is not weakness. It's courage, because it takes courage to stop performing strength all the time. It takes courage to acknowledge your wounds. It takes courage to confront what you've been suppressing. It takes courage to admit that surviving something doesn't mean you fully healed from it. And maybe that's what many of us truly need right now. Not more performance, not more pretending, not more emotional hiding, but healing. Real healing. The kind that allows you to finally excel emotionally. I think part of becoming authentic is learning how to stop abandoning yourself emotionally just to appear okay externally. Because eventually, your inner world starts demanding attention. The exhaustion catches up, the grief catches up, the disappointment catches up, the loneliness catches up, and no amount of productivity can permanently silence emotional neglect. At some point, you have to face yourself honestly. And if there is one thing this podcast is teaching me, is that there is freedom in honesty. Freedom in no longer needing to appear perfect. Freedom in admitting that some seasons are heavy. Freedom in speaking openly about struggles many people silently carry. Because I truly believe so many people are emotionally exhausted from pretending. Pretending to have clarity, pretending to feel strong, pretending to feel secure, pretending not to care, pretending not to hurt. And carrying those masks every day becomes exhausting. If you're listening or watching me today and you've been silently carrying emotional weight, I want you to hear this carefully. You do not have to earn rest by breaking completely first. You do not have to keep proving your strength through suffering silently. And you do not have to keep hiding the part of you that need healing. Because healing does not begin when life becomes perfect. Healing begins when honesty becomes possible. So today, I want to leave you with this question. What part of yourself have you been hiding in order to survive? And what would healing look like if you no longer felt the need to pretend you were okay all the time? Thank you for joining me for another episode of Unmask with Ladun. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, remember, the strongest thing you may ever do is to stop hiding your humanity. Bye for now. Toodles.